So I'm going to go over a few tips today for someone who's just passed their club pilot exam, like myself. I'm not too far off recently passing, and someone who is a little bit nervous about the idea of going off and flying on their own, because it is a bit daunting. You think about it that, you know, you pass a few tasks in your exam and you've hit the criteria, but the reality is you're extremely inexperienced. You know, you might not even have an hour of flying under your belt. So I'm going to go over a few things that are really useful, a few tips that I've learned in the last few months since passing, and they'll hopefully help you. You do this because all your local flying sites will be controlled and maintained by your local club. You can't just fly anywhere. You gotta do a bit of research and find out which hills have agreements on them by the landowners that allow us to go flying. So, for instance, for me, it's Shropshire, so I've joined my local club. I've got a load of hills locally, tons of them. Not all of them are flyable, but to be honest, most of them are. So that's really cool, but without joining the club, you can't legally fly there. So that's the first tip. Join your local club, because first of all, like I said, they've got the agreements in place and they maintain these agreements, but second of all, they give you all the information you need on the site. So I'm turning up to one today, and I know a lot about it already just from reading on the website. I know where the rotor is, I know the best takeoff spots and landing spots, the agreement with the farmers. I know the best wind directions, and then the sort of characteristics of the hill as well. So it's really good. Join your local club. First of all, you'll learn a lot. Second of all, you'll be doing it all above board. So my second tip is, we've talked about joining a club, but I already feel like I'm part of a club, because the guys I learnt with, Mark and Sean Leavesley from Leavesley Aviation, basically they have this ethos that once you pass, after paying all that money to learn, they want you to keep progressing with them. So today's a perfect example. They're up here teaching today. I'm qualified, but I want to keep progressing, so I'm going to go up and meet them. I'll be mostly flying autonomously on my own, but if I want tips and tricks and a bit of advice, they're still there for me. Plus, there's a really good sort of vibe they've got and a really good ethos. So I reckon the rest of my flying career, they're going to be there for me. So not only am I a member of my local club, but I'm a member of their sort of clique almost, which is awesome. So once you pass out of your training school, don't be a stranger. Try and hook up with them and keep learning. And whether that means through paying for more coaching, or potentially, if you're lucky like me, get it as part of what you've paid for already. So my local school are great, and that's another great tip for you. My third tip, if you haven't already, is make sure you get equipment that's suitable. So for me, I made sure I didn't leave the training school without being like strongly advised on certain pieces of kit that would help make my initial year or two really safe and comfortable. So I've got a Coyote 4 Aniviak wing, which is a massive training wing basically. It's awesome. I feel really safe in it. And I've got like a reversible harness, which is a Roma 2. Again, it's Aniviak. And these pieces of equipment combined are just really good for my learning and really help me feel comfortable. So make sure you get the suitable equipment, do your research, or seek good advice from your coaches. Once you pass your qualifications, it's really easy to be one of the ones that drop out and just sort of fade away, maybe out of nerves. I don't really know, but this sport has a huge dropout rate. So I just want to make sure I'm not one of those people. And I want to make sure I build confidence early. Not cockiness, but just enough confidence that I can learn that flying on my own is okay and learn how to be safe. So every chance I get at the minute, I'm up flying. So today I'm meeting up with my ex-coaches who are going to hopefully they're just there. They're not really helping unless I ask for it. But at the end of the day, it's just a chance to get out hiking and experience beautiful Shropshire. So I'm going to do some top to bottoms. I'm going to practice my takeoffs and landings, flight plans, and just generally just keep competent, just get really comfortable. Anyway, see you in a sec.